guys, so I know it's been a while since I last made a video, but I'm about 4 weeks post-op now, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you my chest and talk a little bit about my post-op experience. So overall, I would say that my recovery was pretty easy, and I went in very well prepared, but I expected everything to be a lot harder than it was. So I was nicely surprised that I didn't have any pain, I didn't really have any swelling, I wasn't anywhere near as nervous as I thought I would be, things like that. So starting with the hospital, I thought I'd be really nervous on the day of surgery, but there's a lot of waiting involved when you get to the hospital. You have to be there 2 hours ahead of your surgery time, and I don't know, I had some nervous moments, but they kind of came and went. And some people have talked about like the IV and the experience of going under, so I'll just touch on that really quick. So getting the IV, I had it in my hand. I didn't really find it to be painful. It was kind of a quick needle insertion, not too big of a deal. As far as going under, this was my first time I've done it, so I hadn't had surgery before, and it wasn't too bad. Like, they have you in the operating room, they had me put my arms out to the sides, and then in the IV they put in the drugs, and a few seconds after that I was out. You wake up in the recovery room. I was expecting the ACE bandage to be really, really tight. I was thinking I was probably going to be in quite a bit of pain, or at least bracing myself to be in that kind of pain, and that wasn't the case at all. I woke up kind of groggily, but mentally I was there. I wasn't totally out of it, which I thought was also maybe another possibility. Wasn't in any pain. The bandage, you noticed it there, but because you're still on all the drugs, it didn't really seem too uncomfortable. As far as the actual recovery during that first week, wasn't too bad. Like I said, no real pain. I did have a little bit of stinging along the incisions, and especially the left nipple, which they said was normal and was actually a good thing. I guess it is indicative that there's blood flow and things are kind of reconnecting, but aside from that, no pain, no swelling. I think one of the cool things, or the thing that led to no swelling, was the fact that I didn't need any liposuction on the sides, so that definitely helped decrease any potential swelling. Also, I followed a low sodium diet 2 weeks before up until 2 weeks after surgery. So that was something that I found online in my research. Obviously, if you have less sodium, your body's going to retain less water, so you have less swelling, and therefore you have less pain. So I figured, why not? Can't hurt to try it, and I think it worked pretty well. I did take the arnica and bromelain that Garramone's office recommended. You can buy it there. You can buy it other places, I'm sure, cheaper, but I just bought it there because it was easy. My mom and my partner came with me for that first week in Florida, so I had a good support network, and they were both really helpful at taking care of me, making sure that I was comfortable, that I needed help reaching anything. They made food for me, things like that, so I really wasn't straining at all. And then yeah, just overall it was pretty easy. Like I said, the bandage wasn't anywhere near as tight as I thought it would be. I was also apprehensive because I've never binded my chest before with like a proper binder. I just wore a single sports bra, like nothing super compressive, so I thought I might be in a bit of shock from having to wear this ACE bandage for a week. But honestly, it was tight, obviously, but it wasn't super tight. The drains weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. They got a little bit uncomfortable towards the end, just because they're rubbing against your skin in the same place, but they weren't too bad. And then yeah, the airport, that whole trip coming home, that wasn't bad at all. It wasn't too uncomfortable in the seats, which was good. We even did a layover, so we had two connecting flight, but it wasn't too bad. When we got back, my mom stayed with me an extra 10 days, so the first 2.5 weeks I had someone with me, which I would recommend if possible to have someone with you the first couple weeks. Is really helpful to help you just do all the little things like put on your socks, dry off your back, make you food, just so you can take it as easy as possible and really, you don't want to be stressed out because that's going to prevent healing. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It was a really good experience. I guess if it's not possible for you to have someone with you, or you don't have roommates or whatever, just try to think ahead as much as you can. So stock up your freezer with easy to make meals. Rearrange stuff in your house so nothing's really out of reach. One thing that I bought that I don't think too many people have talked about is just a little step stool. So I put that in the kitchen so I didn't have to rearrange all my plates and things, but instead I could just use a step stool and access the cupboards without having to reach too much. I also have a microwave in like a cupboard cabinet above the stove, so that allowed me to reach the microwave really easy without having to reach. Everyone talks about bendy straws, button-up shirts, would definitely recommend those as well. Nothing else really crazy, so I'll go ahead, show you my chest, and that's pretty much it. So you can see the incisions are still a little wrinkled, especially on the left side. They're quite flat, especially on the right side is very, very flat, not raised at all. They go all the way back to the armpit area. Same on the other side. And then the nipple graft, so this is the left side, and then this is the right side. The grafts are kind of gross looking for a while. Right now, all the stitches around the areola, the outer part, have fallen off. I think there's 1 or 2 left in the very middle of both of them. They're quite light pink in color right now, but as they continue to heal, the pigment will return, so I'm not worried about that. I guess the only tiny bit of swelling that I still have is just in the very middle of my chest. You can kind of see it, especially when I turn to the side. It's like this bone area. Garramone said that would go down, and I've noticed that on some other guys, so it's not a big deal. Just kind of patiently waiting for that to go away. As far as scar treatment, as soon as the strips, I was able to take those off after 2 weeks. I've been using silicone strips. I did a lot of research into those again ahead of surgery, and I decided to get Mepiform. So that's specifically designed for new wounds and sensitive skin. And trust me, your skin is going to be so sensitive after doing all your nipple dressings and tape, and it's just a mess for the first few weeks. But anyway, so the strips just go on all the way, and they say that I think the own company recommends that you change them once a day when you shower, but they are waterproof. They can stay on in the shower. It says that on the instructions. And I saw in a few places doctors recommending to just leave them on for like a week to 10 days and then take them off and change them. So that's what I've been doing, just wearing them 24 hours a day for about a week at a time. So that's why I made the video today. I just took them off, and I'll be putting new ones on in just a minute. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions or anything, I'll definitely try to answer them the best I can. Again, super happy with my chest, my results. Garramone was really great. I think he has good bedside manner. I know there's some people disagree with that, but overall, had a really good experience. So if you have any questions, let me know.